one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Cut. 120.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Goff now looking to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun. Gone. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Goal. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Hey, lift!
Throwing on third. Gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Let's go, D.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here I come! Super one! All right,
Again, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6, first drive of the game for him passing.
You know, I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Murray. The pass complete. It's Bird. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Tight dog.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Value 3. Value 3.
43 is the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike. Mike's 43. 43 is the mic.
Super 1. Super 1.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
A shotgun snap for Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. This one caught by Isabella. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Demir Bird hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Goff now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again. Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Black 20. Shell. Recon, 132 fighter. Kill. We go, 76.
Goff on third down. They got a man. It's Woods. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow.
5.
23 is the mic.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the red zone now, Goff. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Chandler Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Mike, check, 59. Kill.
First down, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Murray now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Murray now rolling to his right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Right there. All day, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Check
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We're good. We're good.
Now it's gone. And Woods has it complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. On first down, gone. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Obama. Hey, exit. 43. Check, 43.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
12. Never 12.
Out of the gun, Goff. And the pressure gets to him again. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say? And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's another of the Cardinal backs. This is David Johnson. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First down, Arizona.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a second and long.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Murray. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The former Charger All-Pro, Eric Weddle, on the stop.
Brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Throwing is Murray on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Murray now 11 of 16 through the air. It's first and 10.
Switch gears. Check. 59.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Go, 12, go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chandler Jones, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
In plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
At their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
5. Here we go.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hold the look. Hold.
Hey, 5. No. Super 1. Deathrow.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Check 31.
Hey, 76. It's high.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Murray with a 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
It's a gain of 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
43. Check, 43. 65.
From the 16, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Merlin. Hey, Team 6. We ain't giving up nothing today.
March 43.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Super 66.
43 is the mic, boy, 43. Check, 43. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Goff throwing again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Slay. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Cardinals.
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. On first down, Murray. Throw caught here by Bird. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a bit...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Switch. Check three.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, lift.
Watch twist.
Orange.
He's mine.
Now on 2nd and 16. Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw it, Murray. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part,
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
43.
Now gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Goff. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Goff now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. William Hayes in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Goff now looking to throw. They've got his man complete. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Arizona, they do finish things out with a victory here in the final week, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year 5-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for L.A., this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.